What up, everybody? Happy hump day to you. Folks are signing on. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Bruce Longsworth, good to see you. Karen Bell, happy hump day. Sharon Hardiman, good to see you. Yolanda, good to see you, my love. Robin Randolph Davis, you know I love 3 names and a hyphen. Brandon Mitchell, hello, hello. Emily Eliza, hello. Lynn Johnson, greetings, greetings. Sherry Marshall, hello. Adrian, Luenell Champion. Angie Moore. Monique Hill. Glam Doctors in the house. Thank you for joining the video chat last week. Amelia Davis, hello. Dietrich Keys. Tirana Guy. A little brother in your head. Appreciate it. Carrie Mel. Miss Lynn Coop, hello. Carla Martinez. Shout out to the Shy. Bonita Harris. Don Addison Hawkins in the house. Allison Baxter Christian. 3 names in a hyphen. Angela Farewell. Sharon Tola Harrington. 3 names in a hyphen. Nikki Lamar. Hey, J. Ross. Tanaya George Olds. Boo Boo Jeffries is in the house. Hey, Boo Boo. I met Boo Boo at the Dutch Farmers Market here in D.C. Tracy is here. Thank you. Patricia Douglas is here. Felicia Carroll from D.C. is in the house. Siobhan Terry. I feel like I need to sneeze. First time that happened on Let's Talk Live. Shanae Campbell, hello. Nikki Lewis. Gina Jackson. Cassandra Holmes. Listen, you guys, I appreciate you joining and being early in the conversation. Kasi Cross White and Helga Roper for Detroit. I need you guys to hit the share button for me. Please hit that share button. Let folks know that we're live. We're going to have some good conversation. A lot of stuff going on in the news and the headlines and entertainment. I want to talk to you guys about it. And so, let's let the folks know that we're here. So, hit the share button for me and we'll get started. Michael Starworth, good to see you again. Monique Hill. Joanne Bailey Matthews and Nicole Scott, Rhonda Bianca. I appreciate all of you guys being here. Camille Jones, Wanda Brown. She's from the D.C. area as well. Monty Hardy Gray. Appreciate you being here. D.C.'s a little thick in here tonight. What up, D.C.? Laura Holland. But yeah, all of you guys. Amy Perry. Amy, we don't do tea here. We do smart conversation. I know that's a word people like to throw around, but you know, we have smart conversation, so we're going to talk. I appreciate you watching the replay often, Tree C. Thank you for being here live tonight. LaMarcus Eldris, hello. Listen, hit that share button for me. Let folks know that we're live. Get some things we want to discuss, some hot topics we want to get to. Nikki Nicole and Nikki Gio. Jasmine Marie Taylor is from New Orleans, one of my favorite places. Nicole Scott said she could have used me last night instead of the State of the Union. You're funny. Well, all of us could have used an alternative to that circus. Amy Perry said last week's show was superb. Natasha Whitted. Listen, I got some of my new magazines. I got the new Variety here. For those who don't read Variety, it's an industry trade, so it deals with all things Hollywood. This one's about the show Waco, which is on the Paramount Network. For those of you who don't know, what used to be the Spike channel, Spike TV, is now the Paramount Network. So that's where you could see Lip Sync Battle hosted by LL Cool J and co-starring Christy Teigen on the Paramount channel. So I'm going to dig into my new Variety before the week is out. And to everybody who's just signing on, I appreciate you. Let me adjust this tripod just a little bit. Luenell Cleveland is here. Nicole Perry, appreciate you. Got my new GQ in the mail. It has Jimmy Kimmel on the cover. I love how Jimmy Kimmel has become a political fixture He, you know, been holding the administration accountable. So it's always great to watch. You know, people evolve in their comedy and what they're doing in the business. So good to see Jimmy Kimmel. And I finally got the Vogue in the mail with Serena Williams on the cover and the baby. It's a beautiful girl, beautiful family. Look at it. Ain't that a nice, that's a pretty baby. Ain't that nice? So yeah, so if you're just joining us and you have not hit the share button, it would be much appreciated. You know, we love when you make this an interactive conversation. Let folks know that we're here. Really, really do appreciate it. So, Tish Gaines is in the house. You know I love me some you. So some interesting stories in the headlines. We're going to get to some of those. And a couple things I want to address. Have y'all seen this story about the lady who tried to take the peacock on the plane as her emotional support animal? Listen, I was on a plane once, a United flight, because I primarily fly United. And a woman came on with her dog, and I didn't realize that she had a dog. It was a very hairy dog. And, like, I'm allergic to cats, but I can be allergic to dogs if they got, like, a lot of fur that has the dander in it. And so she had a very furry dog. And I was on the plane, I just kept sneezing. I felt my nose and stuff closing up. So I ultimately, luckily, I had a Benadryl, because I probably could have checked out of here. But yeah, this woman brought a peacock. And, you know, and listen, I love my Caucasian brothers and sisters. But you know, black people don't show up with big old animals. First of all, black people just glad that we can get through TSA without having to go through the extra securities, okay? We just be glad we can get on the plane without people treating us like we're terrorists. So we don't show up with these alligators and foxes and pigs and all these things that people are trying to pass off as emergency support animals. We got to do better. My white brothers and sisters, we got to do better. Leave your peacocks and your gorillas and your lions, tigers, and bears at home, okay? Oh, you guys are going to ask, what am I drinking? So, it's been a dry January for me. I haven't had a cocktail or any wine or anything all month long. Shout out to Damali Salmon. So, I've been drinking heavy all month. This is this is Martinelli's sparkling cider with cranberry in it. So this is all I've been doing all month. So, but you know what? There was a few times this month I felt like I needed a drink. But overall I survived. This is wonderful though. I could drink this for the rest of my life. Tamara Riles Dawkins says she's gonna get her support animal pit bull and start taking it on planes. And then how many of you guys watched the Grammys? If you watched the Grammys, put the emoji with your hand up. Let me know that you watched the Grammys. And if you did you see the bit where they gave out dogs to everybody who didn't win a Grammy? The little puppies. I thought it was cute and adorable. It looked really, really good. You know, just a lot of fun, you know. But PETA's mad. Y'all know PETA is the people for the ethical treatment of animals. And so they're upset. They say that the Grammys shouldn't have brought the puppies because they were under the hot lights of the Grammys. And then the idea that you tell people they're going to get the animals, but they didn't really take the animals home. It's like it's like what happens in real life when people get a puppy and they turn into a dog and you get rid of them. You know, I just think PETA's bored. PETA's always complaining about somebody doing something. I wish PETA would give as much energy to I want them to be people for the ethical treatment of African Americans. Can we switch the A in animals to African Americans? Because they're more concerned with showing up at recording artists, book release and CD releases and staging these protests. But I've never heard PETA being at the location of an unarmed black kid being killed. I've never heard PETA showing up for equal justice and equal rights for humans. So they're always fighting for animals, but what about humans? What about humans that are mistreated by other humans? I think PETA should get involved in some of that. If you start doing some work on the human side of this scenario, then maybe I won't be side-eyeing you for all these dumb protests you come up for the animal side of it. So I'm not a big fan of PETA. I don't like civil rights and social justice groups that are complaining and talking foolish about things that are just like legitimate causes. That's what people need to get involved in. Oh, okay, so a couple weeks ago we were having the whole conversation about sexual harassment, and I don't remember exactly who we were talking about, but I want to apologize to Amar Khalil. He's a singer, vocalist out of the Bay Area. He's a member of Tony. In the heat of the discussion about sexual harassment, I was dismissive of the question that he asked, and I made a snark remark, which in hindsight for me, I felt was rude. And so we've had a private conversation, which he was cool with, but I took it upon myself to say that since we were in the public forum, when I took my jab, I wanted to publicly say that, it wasn't a cool thing to do. So Amar Khalil, my apologies and much respect to you, brother. If you can, and I'll post it on my page as well, but go to AURN.com, that's American Urban Radio Networks.com, AURN.com. I am the featured guest on April Ryan's latest podcast, which is called On the Record with April Ryan. We're talking about the political impact on Hollywood. We talk about Trump dogging out Jay-Z. We talk about Omarosa joining Celebrity Big Brother. And, of course, we talk about Stormy Daniels, who I can't say her name without going, Stormy Daniels. You know, like the song Stormy Weather. So, yeah, it's a great conversation. April had me on the radio after the State of the Union last night. I did not watch the State of the Union last night. I participated in the blackout. But April had me up at 1 o'clock in the morning taping this conversation. I had a great time. Listen, I love April Ryan. I have the best time with her. She's so much fun. You know, she's a serious reporter. She covers hard news and politics, and she's in the White House, and she's going through hell with Trump and Sean Spicer and a whole lot of other people. But April Ryan in real life is a great time. She has the best kids. She's a wonderful mother. I love April Ryan. All right, so check that conversation out. We had a good time. 1 o'clock in the morning, I was talking to April Ryan. So, and speaking of Stormy Daniels, it's addictive, right? All of y'all, when we get off here tonight, you're gonna be going Stormy Daniels. Everybody's talking about Stormy Daniels. For those who just have not been paying attention, Stormy Daniels is the adult film star who admitted at one point in 2006 that she had an affair with Donald Trump. She met him at a golf tournament. She was there selling her sex toys. And now she swears she didn't do it. So she's all over your TV shows. She was on Jimmy Kimmel Live last night. She was supposed to be on The View tomorrow. They might be not showing up because SC Cup was there guest hosting, offended her, all of that kind of stuff. But this is what I want to say about Stormy Daniels. Stormy Daniels is a liar. Lying like present day. Because in 2006, she did an interview with In Touch Weekly where they had her take multiple lie detector tests. They conducted an on-the-record interview, which means that they probably had a contract with her. So I understand how the Celebrity Weekly world works. I've had enough celebrities who are friends of mine who are high profile, who've gone through divorces and scandals, and I've seen their PR teams have to work these scenarios out. So let me explain to you how this, Celebrity Weeklies work. And when I say Celebrity Weeklies, I'm talking, like In Touch Weekly, Life and Style, National Enquirer, Star, People Magazine, Us Weekly. Those are considered Celebrity Weeklies, though National Enquirer and Star are considered more tabloids. And In Touch Weekly is a little tabloidy, too. But what happens is when you reach out to a publication like that, or if they find you through some other means, they usually will do a contract with you, ask you not to speak with anybody else. The moment they start having you take lie detector tests and things like that, you've probably been compensated for your interview, which means that if you sign the contract, you pass the lie detector test, or you've been compensated, you were telling the truth. But now that you're flipping your story around, you're lying. So And this whole story came to be because the Wall Street Journal found out that Trump's attorney allegedly paid Stormy Daniels $130,000 in hush money right before the election. Here's the thing. Stormy Daniels is the big winner in this. She has this career resurgent. She's having these porn parties called Make America Horny Again. She's selling these sex toys. She's like 36, 38, something like that. She's still in the porn business. She put out her own statement because she's mad at Wendy Williams for saying that her thing is that her downstairs parts is probably raggedy and run through. So she's like, no, it's actually my machine or my athlete or whatever she called it is very well kept, which is why I have the longest contract in all of porn. She made out really well because here's the thing. Stormy Daniels, she could have come forward and told her story about having smashed the president back in 2006, right after Barron was born, while Melania was sitting up healing in the bed, because nobody would care. I mean, Russia helped rig the election. We already knew that Trump was grabbing him by the coochie. And all the other racist, bigoted, foolish things that he was saying, and he still ended up in the White House. So Stormy Daniels got paid $130,000 for no reason at all. So I understand why she would be changing her story and trying to hold on. And they did probably cut her a brand new check so that you don't talk again. Stormy Daniels. So yeah, that's Stormy Daniels. Since we talking about headlines and stuff, so those who know me, those who've been following me on social media, I've closed the chapter. Let me start by saying this. Thank you to every TV network, every radio station, every podcast, everybody who's put in a request to have me come on and do a follow-up interview to what's been going on over the last few weeks with me and the former Hollywood star. As most of you know, I'm done talking about this, but I want to say thank you to everybody who was interested in engaging me further in the conversation. Respectfully, I've passed on all the interviews because I'm not interested in making a platform out of that situation. I spoke my piece. I emptied myself on Facebook last week, and I'm done. But there is a couple things, one particular situation that I do want to clarify. So I did the broadcast last week, the longest broadcast I've ever done. It was 1 hour and 20 minutes. I've never gone that long before. And the reason why I did the broadcast, for anybody who does not know, was because out of the blue, I started being called out on the radio by the former Hollywood star and that husband. I was minding my own business, didn't pick a fight, was working because I'm gainfully employed, great career, wonderful projects going on. I got called out multiple times on the radio, and don't know why, because the last time I had engaged with those people was on another syndicated radio show. Matter of fact, I will post the link so you can check out the syndicated radio show right now. And I'll just tell you this. It didn't go well for either one of them on the radio show 3 years ago. Whatever reason, I just posted that in the comments. They brought it back up again. So, 1 hour, 20 minutes, I talked about a lot of things. And during the report, I mentioned that there was a report out. And I even posted the report on my timeline. It was from Rolling Out. Rolling Out had a story that said Netflix had offered the former Hollywood star $3 million in the initial offer. They wanted her to come in and meet, audition, showcase, whatever the case was. And I said in my caption, apparently there's more to this story and more details are starting to come out. I made reference to that in the broadcast. 1 hour, 20 minutes, I shared a lot of information. I shared a lot of details. I read a letter. I mean, if anybody who's watched it knows, it was very transparent. It was a masterclass in Hollywood. I broke down a lot of facts and figures. But for whatever reason, the couple, the former Hollywood star and that husband, are calling themselves trying to counter that one particular point that they are now attributing solely to me. They're saying that I came up with that information when I credited the report, and not only credited the report, but I posted the report on my timeline. Everything's there. Go back a week on my timeline, and you'll see it there. It's all been there. But what you're seeing in that regard is masterful manipulation. Because since I did a 1 hour and 20-minute broadcast, I took unsolicited, they weren't pre-selected video conversation people. I mean, it was a very intense, very detailed dialogue. But the reason why they're only honing in on that one point that was not my original reporting, but was rolling out story that I actually posted the rolling out story on my timeline, is because they want to manipulate and play semantics. The reality is there's so many more things to focus on in the account and to answer for, and they won't. Because they didn't answer any questions 3 years ago when we were on Cafe Mocha Radio, and they're not going to answer any questions now. So I just wanted to kind of point that out to you guys, because while most of the people around me aren't sending me any messages, they aren't sending me any correspondences of things that they're saying, because they know I'm done. Like, I'm on to like really great projects. Shout out to LA. I'll be in your city next week hosting a red carpet event at a Hollywood awards show event that is corporately sponsored, and the sponsor has brought me on as a talent to host the red carpet activation. Like I got great gigs and stuff going on because I'm working. I work. I just want to point out that, you know, people are kind of playing the semantics thing and manipulating that one particular fact in an effort to try to regain some sympathy and discredit all the other things that were shared. But didn't answer any other things that I said, haven't answered any of the things that Roland Martin asked, and ain't going to answer none of them. Because the fact is, the things that I could have shared are worse. So, and that's all I'll say about that. Not going in, not going detail. And I also want to say thank you to everybody who's reached out. Hollywood executives, Oscar winners, former people on the Parkers, drivers, makeup artists. I have gotten some of the nicest letters for explaining how Hollywood works and sharing the reality of that situation with people. And I've also read some sad, some heartbreaking, some really unfortunate stories of mistreatment, abuse, and family challenges. So I want to say thank you to everybody who's reached out and been kind. And for those who are loyal fans of the former Hollywood star and you love the way that person works, or doesn't work, I should say, then you stay loyal to who you're loyal to. 9 out of the 10 comments that I've been getting in general have been exceptionally positive. So I wish everybody all the best. I've moved on with my life, and everyone else should too. Now, speaking of somebody who's actually really funny, I love comedian Luenell. Luenell and I have a special bond. Like we knew each other in passing, but there was this one particular issue that made us really connect in life. I won't share it because it's like a private thing, but she's just a great person. She's really funny. And she's got a viral campaign out. I don't know if you've seen it, but she's a viral campaign out. She says, Netflix, hire me for your next comedy special. You could check out her social pages. Just Google Luenell, and her social pages will come up where she's telling Netflix, look, let's make comedy fun again, and I want to do your comedy special. I ain't too proud to beg. So shout out to Luenell. Share her campaign. Let's help build some momentum around a woman who really wants to do the work, who really wants to be funny, and who really wants to share her gift of comedy with the world. I think it was really cool that she created this self-made viral campaign. So shout out to Luenell for that. All right. When I do all right like that, I got that from the R&B singer Rashawn Patterson. He's always going, all right. Martin. Martin. How many of y'all want a Martin reboot? Seems like it actually could be happening. There's talk that there is a Martin reboot in the works. Martin launched his fiance, said looks like it could be happening, looks like it actually be going down, and then I saw a headline that Tisha Campbell Martin says that it could be happening. If it does happen, I'm most excited for actor Carl Anthony Payne, who played what's his character name on there? Cockroach. Or was that his name on the Bobby show? I mean, on the Cosby show. Somebody put Carl Anthony Payne's Martin character name in the thread, please. Tommy. Oh, well, Tommy's dead. That would be Tommy Ford, who played him. What is the name of Carl Anthony Payne's character? Cole. Thank you, somebody. Cole. So yes, I think Carl Anthony Payne is one of the best comedic actors in this business. I think he should work more. I think he should be on brilliant, funny white sitcoms. I think he should be in big Hollywood romantic comedies. I just think he should work more. He does a lot of touring theater. Anytime he's in DC, I go check him out because I know he's going to make me laugh. So, but yeah, I'd be happy to see Carl Anthony Payne be able to share his gift more because he's a brilliantly talented actor. Great guy. You know, here's the thing. If it's smartly written, I think they could go handle the whole Tommy. I mean, the first pilot episode would be, you know, them processing the death of Tommy, that they were coming home from his funeral or something like that. You know, Tashina Arnold. Why can't I say anybody's name today? Shout out to my friend Janiani Moore. I'm acting like you on this broadcast. I can't pronounce anybody's name today. I don't know if it's the bubbles from the sparkling cider. I don't know what it is. But Tashina Arnold, like, it'd be great to see her again. And but here's the thing. If this is going to happen, I hope it's going to happen. I hope it's going to be done right, because the reality is that you know, that last season was really challenged. For those who don't recall, there was a sexual harassment lawsuit between Tisha Campbell Martin and Martin Lawrence. So they weren't even allowed to appear in scenes together. They were always shot in separate scenes, and you know, they couldn't be in the same room, and so it just made it very, very awkward, you know. So I mean, I know everybody's older and wiser. Maybe bygones have been, you know, made bygones, and people have moved on. And if that's the case, kumbaya, my lord, get to work. But I really hope that you know, they have good writers, and you know, they can pull it off. So it seems like you guys are iffy. I see a lot of no's. I see some yeses. You know, we'll see. Now another you know what show I would love to see rebooted though? The TV drama Soul Food. Listen, Soul Food was so good, I went and got a Showtime subscription back in the day so I could watch Soul Food. Like, that was just, it was such an excellent show. Very well done. Real life issues. I mean, Boris and Nicole R.E. Parker met on the set, fell in love in real life. I really love Soul Food, the TV series. So I would love to see a show like that be brought back and rebooted. I think it would be great to see a great black TV drama, predominantly black cast. You know, the family has evolved and grown. The son is now, he should be in his 20s. Like, I would love to see a Soul Food TV show come back. So if you want to reboot something, let's reboot the Soul Food drama. That would be real good stuff. Now, a show that was there was a lot of talk that this show was going to be rebooted, but I keep hearing from executives it's probably not going to happen. The Sister reboot. You know, a lot of people was rooting for it. They were hoping that, you know, just like Full House and so many other shows that were being rebooted that appealed to a very younger teen audience, that Sister was going to get a second chance at showing the twins in a grown-up life. Tamara Mowry Housley revealed on The Real that they all did sign contracts for a reboot of Sister Sister. But like I said, one of the TV executives I know said they were really having a hard time finding a network that was interested to committing to the show. So I don't know if the Sister reboot is going to happen. Things don't look promising. But, you know, Tia Mowry is doing her thing. She's got a great show on the Cooking Channel. She's really, like, refashioned herself as a lifestyle expert. Jack A is on Tyler Perry's new reboot of House of Pain, which is now called The Pains. And, you know, Tamara's on The Real, and Marcus Houston is, you know, he's an R&B singer, and he's a Jehovah's Witness, so he might be knocking at your door, asking you about Jehovah real soon. So, you know, I don't know if that was going to happen or not, so. No shade to the Jehovah's Witnesses, but that's really what they do. Y'all know when before Prince died, Prince was a door-knocking Jehovah's Witness. He would come knock on your door and, ask you, have you witnessed Jehovah? I think that's what they say. All right. Y'all got some questions? I'm going to try to answer your questions. And we're going to try to keep this one in decent time because last week I went really long. Really, really long. I think everybody who's been here, who's been watching. Teresa Reese Fields said, how about 227? 227, if you don't know, is my favorite sitcom. But I don't want to reboot. Everybody's... yeah, I don't want to reboot of that. I won't say that out loud. A Different World Homecoming movie. Wouldn't be mad at A Different World Homecoming movie or A Different World reboot where some of the cast members are now professors or are back working at the school, or Whitley and Dwayne's kids are in college and they're dealing with some of that. I would love that. Lynn Chula Robinson said bring back Half and Half. That was a great show. I love Essence Atkins. She's a good friend of mine. Chico Beneman was on that show. He's my buddy. That could be interesting. Those were like UPN shows, and I don't know if in the current climate a Half and Half reboot would translate. But yes, Kim Davis, they are talking about a Living Single reboot. I think that would be great. Kim Fields is a friend of mine. I love Kim Coles. She's a good industry associate. Vonda Morris Fagese says, asking you about Jehovah. No, we don't say, have you witnessed Jehovah? Okay, Vonda, you're going to have to give me a Jehovah's Witness tutorial when we talk later. Because, I forget what they say when they knock on the door. I just be trying to get them to go, Vonda. I just don't want to. Y'all Jehovah's Witnesses can talk. Y'all will hem us up in a long conversation on a Saturday afternoon when I just poured some cereal and milk in my bowl, and now my Crispix ain't that crispy because they getting soggy because I'm at the door talking to you about Jehovah. But I love you. And Vonda, how come you ain't never brought me a pamphlet? Why you ain't never witnessed to me? I'm just curious. Just curious. Esther Grant said a Girlfriends reboot. I don't think... Girlfriends reboot wouldn't work because Tracy Ellis Ross is actually on Blackish. But I wouldn't mind a Girlfriends movie because if people don't recall, Girlfriends never got a season finale. So a Girlfriends movie would bring closure to the show. Natasha Whitted said, am I into Black Lightning? I haven't watched it. But Mara Brock Akil and Salima Akil, I interviewed them and some of the cast members down at the National Association of Black Journalists at their Red Carpet Entertainment Activism event. So, I feel like I should be watching the show because I talked to them before the show. Where I'm glad the show was doing well, having success, and I hope they get a lot more seasons. I know Vonda is cracking up laughing at me. She going, I'm going to go get you. I'm not as bad as Sherry, though. Sherry be talking about her old, back in the day, Jehovah's Witness stories and be sounding crazy. I ain't that bad, Vonda, because I love you. And if you want, I'll start making some Christian jokes, too. Wanda Brown says she has Mormons coming by her house in her Mount neighborhood. Okay. Oh, yeah, I had some Mormons. I got a Mormon Bible up here in my office. They came by my office one day. I talked to them. I was like, oh, you Gladys Knights people. Because, Gladys Knights are Mormon. Any plans on interviewing Chadwick Boseman or Michael B. Jordan for Black Panther? No plans, but I've interviewed both of those brothers. And me and Michael B. Jordan used to hang out a little bit. He's a great guy. Both of those guys are really great guys, Jill Scott plays a good evil woman on Black Lightning. Okay. Wendy Salmon asked me, have I seen 911 yet? And she says, I'll love it. I want to get into it. I haven't watched it yet, but they got greenlit for a second season. So, Mercy J. Hoff Taylor said a Fame reboot. Oh, I think they tried that one time before. Has anyone used the crack pot since watching This Is Us? Blake Styles, have I talked about Luenell and Netflix? Yes. If you go back and watch the beginning of this broadcast, you will see it. And listen, anybody who just joined the broadcast, we are about maybe at the halfway. Well, no, we're going to be wrapping this sucker up soon. But yeah, if you're just joining this broadcast, you're a little late. Start from the beginning. We covered some really great hot topics. I'd love for you to join the conversation. Share this. Come back next week when we're live. I will probably be live next Monday when I do this because I'm in LA working most of next week. Yeah. Okay, ask me some more questions. I'm going to answer your questions, and then we're going to get out of here. Do I think any of Tyler Perry think any of Tyler Perry could be made into a series on TV? I'm not really sure what that question means. Do I watch any of the Bravo shows? How about the divorce of Dr. Simone on Married to Medicine? A lot of divorces are happening on Bravo. I only watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta on Bravo because my friend Candy Burris is on the show. I've not watched Married to Medicine. Though some of you know I did appear and do a segment on Sister Circle Live recently with Miss Quad, who is the nicest, warmest, kindest person. Like, I truly, truly adore her and have a lot of respect for her. So, but no, I don't really watch anything else on Bravo. Am I excited about Jennifer Hudson playing Aretha Franklin in the biopic? Oh, yeah. Over the weekend, Clive Davis revealed at his pre-Grammy party that Jennifer Hudson would be starring as Aretha Franklin in the long-awaited biopic that Aretha originally wanted Halle Berry to play her in the movie. Just had to do that. Yeah, Aretha really originally wanted Halle Berry, and then when Halle Berry said no, she said she wanted Audra McDonald, who had just got off of Broadway, playing Lady Day at the Emerson Bar. But Jennifer Hudson, this is a perfect role for her, and she can sing the songs. I love when Jennifer Hudson sings Aretha Franklin's I'll never love another man the way that I love you. She did that on, remember they used to do those UNCF specials? Evening of the Stars. And Aretha sat there in this blue dress, and it was like this, blue Big Bird fur. And she was sitting there with that fur draped all around her. And Jennifer was up there singing for her life, and Aretha was just sitting there going. It was funny. But yeah, Jennifer Hudson can really sing that stuff. So it'll be great. Somebody said, what do I think about a New York Undercover remake? Anytime I can see more Malik Yoba on TV, that'd be great. Malik Yoba is one of the coolest dudes you'll ever meet. He's a great actor, so he should be working. So if it takes a New York Undercover remake, I'm all for it. I have not checked out Man Cave on BET, Jerry Harris. Audrey Johnson says, what do I think of Sister Circle? Great show. Me and Selena Johnson go back to my very first year in the business. So I've been watching the show and supporting the show just because she's on it. But I've really developed an appreciation for the show in general. Rashawn Ali is a respected journalist who's worked really hard. This is a great platform for her. She's so smart. I love her as the moderator on the show. Kiana Dancy brings a unique point of view. She's a comic. Sometimes she goes against the grain with the other girls, which adds to the conversation. And then, like I just said, I love that Miss Quad. Gina Lindsay said, what do I think about the Grammys? The Grammys were cool. I was kind of in and out the Grammys because WWE had a pay-per-view on, and I was watching the Royal Rumble. So yeah, it was cool though. Did you hear what? Okay. Question about that person who I'm not discussing and that husband. So I'm not even getting into that. Let's see. Carolyn Hart said, I thought she wanted Toni Braxton. Don't know anything about that. Okay, a couple more questions and I'm gonna sign off for the night. So, all right, come on, y'all get some questions in here. What do I think about the HBO series Insecure? Love Insecure. Can't wait for the new season to come back. Did I see Toni Braxton's Lifetime movie Faith Under Fire? I didn't. Did you like it? Did you watch? Was it good? I have not seen Black Cars Revoked. Ingrid Smith Wright said, I showed up late to the party. Can you start over? You can start over when we're done. All you got to do is start this sucker from the beginning. It's just as good the second time around. Christmas Prue Washington Oliver. You got 4 names and a hyphen. I love you for that. What do I think about Ronda Rousey in the WWE? Great signing for WWE. I wish they would not have unveiled her the way that they did. I was on the Pro Wrestling Podcast, The Faction, on Bonafide Radio earlier this week. I posted the link on the page so you guys can check it out if you're into professional wrestling. But I thought the show wasn't sequenced really well. I don't think they should have saved Ronda Rousey to the end. It just really, they could have saved it to the end, but they should have had the women's Royal Rumble match earlier because she just kind of outshined Asuka's moment, and I didn't like the way it all went down. So. A lot of you say that Toni Braxton and Faith Under Fire was a good movie. Vonda asked me what's in the glass. This is, it's dry January, so I haven't been drinking, Vonda. This is sparkling, Martinelli's sparkling cider with cranberry juice. It's great. It was like $2 for the whole bottle. Hanifa Shaku said, "What's your hair routine?" Today I did nothing to it. It like really like it's you know, it's trained to kind of curl by itself at this point. I don't know if y'all can tell like this, but my hair is kind of soft. I wash it every couple days. And then some days, if it's too weird or if I sleep too hard or something, I put the sponge brush thing on it. The sponge, you know what I'm saying? Tamara said, if I have to struggle to read the comments, no, sometimes I'm filtering myself. So it's not a struggle. I'm just filtering because I'm reading something. I'm trying to determine if I want to read it or not. But thanks for the advice. Let's see. What do I think about the woman suing Walmart over the black hair care products? You know what? Listen, if she felt like she was done wrong, if they did something that made her feel uncomfortable with the way they treated her and she felt like it was a discriminatory practice, then all means file a lawsuit. I know that the Walmarts in my neighborhood don't have the black hair care products locked up, so I don't know if there was a lot of stealing going on in her neighborhood. I can't necessarily speak on whatever was happening in her Walmart and whether it was right or wrong, but if she felt that there was an injustice, she's done the right thing. She's hired an attorney. Hollywood, Ambulance Chaser, Gloria Allred, and maybe she'll get something from it. So, all right, I'm trying to find a few. There's a show called Chewing Gum. I haven't seen that. How do I feel about Omarosa going on Celebrity Big Brother? Listen, if Omarosa knows how to do one thing and do one thing well, it's to cause trouble on television, and she has very comfortably returned to her role as the TV villainess, and I guess she's ready to showcase that she's back to her roots on this show. I'm not a Big Brother watcher, so I don't know the format of the show. I know that they vote people off or something like that, so who knows how long she'll last. Audrey Johnson asked, what will I be doing in LA? I'm hosting part of a red carpet event for the African American Film Critics Association Awards, which is a big to-do. I went to the event last year, was blown away by how big and successful it was, and I'll be hosting that red carpet activation for Nissan. So he's booked. All right. 2 more questions, and then I'm signing off. Do I think Omarosa will write a book? Yeah, she'll probably write a book. Chewing Gum is on Netflix, and you love it. Okay, I've never seen it. Arnold Johnson said, thank you for giving real facts about that former Hollywood star and that husband. You're welcome. And Nicole Scott said, so much for bowing down. Now she's in the same boat as Sugar Ray and Rudy Huxtable. Appreciate all the hair compliments. I guess I should thank my mama for having decent hair. Yeah, my mama is also a cosmetology teacher, so she taught me how to kind of groom my hair. But it really ain't a lot of work. Just, not to sound corny, but today I literally woke up like this. So it's and I need to shape up so bad. Woo! You know, when I'm not on the road and stuff, I don't like to, you know, be in the barbershop and stuff like that. So, Sharon Hardiman says, am I going to the Essence Festival this year? I have, probably. If there's been, you know, Essence is a gig for me. So I go to Essence. It's, I go, you know, and do a couple gigs down there. And, so I've gotten some feelers for some opportunities, but that's about it. So, all right, listen, thank you guys for sitting in with me this week. I appreciate everybody for being here. Monday night next week. Monday night, we're going to talk live. Before I leave for LA on Tuesday. Appreciate you all. Thank you for your positive energy, your smart, constructive conversation. And I appreciate you just, you know, sitting in and want to participate in these live Let's Talk Lives with me. So, and for those of you who are watching later, I appreciate you, you know, coming back and watching the feed of this too. So, again, thank you everybody for the last few weeks. Thank you everybody who's reached out. Thank you for all the positivity and encouragement, all right? Be blessed. We'll talk next week.